Alright, I'm going to explain the risk register in the simplest, clearest way possible. And honestly, that's still necessary because experienced professionals often misunderstand it. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what risk register is, why it matters, and how companies actually build one without complexity and without jargon. Every serious organization, banks, healthcare providers, cloud platforms, and even governments uses a risk register. It's the document that prevents chaos. It stops security disasters, compliance failures, and $1 million mistakes. But here is the problem. Everyone treats risk register it's like some mystical artifact only auditors can understand. No, it's actually stupidly simple and I'm going to show you. So let's get started. If you are new here, I'm John. This is GRC Made Simple. I take complex cybersecurity and GRC concepts and explain them in a way that actually feels human and logical. When I first heard the term risk register, I imagined a boring spreadsheet with hundreds of rows only auditors care about. Now I build them professionally and I'm going to show you how to think and speak about risk like a real GRC analyst, even if you have never worked in cybersecurity before. What is a risk register? Imagine you're in a kindergarten and you're building a big cardboard castle. And the teacher asks you, what if someone knocks it over? What if the glue doesn't stick? What if someone eats the glitter again? Those what ifs, that's risk. A risk register, it's just a structured list of those what ifs for your organization. It answers three simple questions. What might go wrong? How bad would it be? And what are we doing about it? That's it. It's a structured common sense. Now let's break down the 8 pieces of a clean risk register and I want you to really understand each one. Risk ID, a unique identifier like R1. It makes referencing way easier. Risk description. This is the actual what if, stated clearly and specifically. Impact. If it happens, how bad would it be? High, medium or low? Likelihood. How probable is it? High, medium or low? Risk rating. A combination of impact and likelihood, showing priority. Controls. What are we currently doing to reduce the risk? Owner. Who is actually accountable for this risk? A team or a person? Status. What's happening with this risk right now? Active, mitigating, reviewing or resolved? That's it. Those are the parts of risk register. Not intimidating, not complex, just structured thinking. Now let me show you one real world example of a risk entry filled out properly. We'll start with risk ID R1. The risk description is unauthorized access to server. The impact is high, meaning if someone breaks in, it's a big problem. Likelihood is medium, not guaranteed, but definitely possible. Risk rating is high because even moderate likelihood with high impact is equal to priority risk. Controls, multi-factor authentication, access logs, admin restrictions. So we are limiting access, monitoring it and reinforcing authentication. Owner, IT security. They are accountable, not everyone. Status is active, meaning the risk is being monitored continuously, and that's how one risk entry is built properly. Sometimes instead of high, medium and low, companies use numbers. For example, if the impact is rated 4 and the likelihood is 5, you multiply them together to get a risk score of 20. Impact times likelihood. Higher score is equals to bigger priority. Lower scores is equals to smaller priority, and that's how you rank your risk logically. Your turn, build your own risk. Now I could sit here and read 20 more examples, But that's not how real learning happens. Instead, I want you to create your own risk entries. Open a sheet, create these 8 fields: risk ID, risk description, impact, likelihood, risk rating, controls, owners, and status. Then add at least 3 risk entries of your own, maybe one about data, one about systems, and one about people. Because real GRC skills comes from thinking about risk, not memorizing someone else's. And here is the best part: when you interview for a GRC risk or auditor role, they may ask you, how do you access risk? And you will be able to confidently talk about the risk scenario, the impact, the likelihood, the controls, the status, the ratings, and even the prioritization. And that is how you sound like someone who actually understands risk management. So if you learned something from this, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's keep making GRC simple, one concept at a time, one risk at a time. Thank you for watching. See you until the next video.